name slips here. Abroad from Galaxy.
We're supposed to leave at 10.
When we are waiting over here now.
Of Bombay, I welcome you all and thank you for being with us today. As you are aware that we have organized this workshop on positive mental attitude, which I am sure will definitely boost our moral attitude towards achieving individual as well as collective targets. I am sure that in this jet age, where changes are common, and competition for standing in the market is tough, and where depression and the feeling of losing business is more, we need a positive mental attitude. Here I wish to quote Jason Garcia, guru of motivation, who said somewhere that your mental attitude is your own personal filter for everything that happens to you, around you, or within you. That takes place in this world is not important as how you view it. In every sphere of life, we have manifold problems, both at the domestic front or at the workplace. There are various reasons for not being able to complete certain jobs, and we tend to accept the reasons for not finishing an assignment, as was opined by Abraham Lincoln. He had said, people are just about as happy as they make up their minds to be, and continue to work towards our goals, as expressed somewhere by Walt Disney. If you can dream it, you can do it. Take an example. When a stream of water is flowing, there are many obstacles in its way. Stream does not give up its flow. The stream goes around the obstacles and continues its journey. Most of us are not like this stream of water. Either we give up our goal or take enormous time and resources to go around the problem. There are many leaders who look upon these problems as opportunities and use their mental power to skirt the problems. These people believe nothing can stop them from achieving their goals. This is a positive mental framework created by them, and they believe in the success of their thinking process. At no point of time, they will ever accept defeat, because they know that pain is inevitable and suffering optional. In my opinion, this is a positive mental attitude. When we start with the negative thoughts, there is a scope to lose everything. But when we think positive, nobody can stop us from achieving success. Here I wish to share one more interesting saying about attitude. There is only one word which scores. 100 out of 100. If you allot numbers from 1 to 26 to individual alphabets from A to Z, the only word which is 100 out of 100 is attitude. To enlighten us more on this beautiful concept, today we have with us Mr. Dinesh K Vohra, Superintendent of Customs, to conduct this session. Mr. Vohra is posted at Sahara Cargo Complex. He has done Masters in Human Resource Development Management and has authored a book on self-help management. Since 1993, he has been actively involved with the human resource development process. He had devoted a lot of time to educational, motivational training sessions in his department, besides conducting a large number of management seminars for corporate sector organizations on leadership, team building, communication and interpersonal skills, positive attitude, self-esteem, success and motivation. I hope most of us imbibe this character of positive thinking before he concludes today's session, and this attitude should help us in achieving our goals without tension or frustration. Here I would like to remind you one more thing. Don't go through life, grow through life. I now invite Mr. Dinesh K Vohra to share his experiences on this topic. You will definitely enjoy this and achieve your expectations. Thank you.
Dinesh K Vohra, and I'm feeling very privileged, very honored being here while speaking to this esteemed set of leaders sitting here. It's a great response here, and I'm highly delighted and elated here. Let me pay my thanks to Jatin Bhai, Sikkaji, Hemant Bhai, and all people from this elite club that they have taken a lot of pains in organizing this event and also having the faith in me, having invited me here to speak to your people. This gives me an opportunity to speak to the leaders, interact with them, and learn from them. It's a great learning experience, and I'm here to learn from you people. I'm not here to teach you people. I don't think I have the capability to teach you people. You're so knowledgeable, so experienced, with so much application, I don't think I can teach you. So I'm here to learn from you. That's the one thing. I think this mic is fine. I'll be speaking on leadership, fundamentals, and attitudinal changes. These are three things which affect us most in the life. When I'm looking at these set of leaders, the first thing which comes to my mind, whether I'm sitting in the right room or the wrong room. Whether I'm with the right kind of people, with the right kind of speaker, the right kind of ambience. Let me check it out. A newly married lady traveling by a flight, and a person sitting beside noticed something unusual. He noticed the lady was wearing the wedding band in the wrong finger. So after some time he asked, "Ma'am, I got to ask you a question. Why are you wearing your wedding band in the wrong finger?" And she said, "I married the wrong man." So I think I'm in the right room, with the right place, right people, right speaker, and right ambience. So first part of the bottom line. The nurturing and development of leaders and leadership inside the organization at all levels is the competitive advantage for the future. Everything would flow from it. Do you agree with it? Yes or no? Yes. Part 2. This nurturing and development of leaders and leadership must be principle-centered. Here the people will not treat the people below as screwdrivers. They will be taking them into consideration while forming the strategies, forming the plans, and they will be grooming them as a human being. So it's a composite leadership development in essence. My friends, if you want to have an average growth and average success in your life, my suggestion would be work on your behavior, work on your attitude. But if you want to have a quantum leap in the life, My suggestion would be don't work on your behavior. Don't work on your attitude. There is nothing wrong with that. Work on your mental maps. Work on your paradigms. Work on your thinking models. Attitudes and behaviors will automatically follow. Lot many people come and speak about attitudinal changes. I also speak. But that comes up the fundamentals. The very first thing is to work on paradigms. Your thinking maps, your mental models. Everything would flow from here. If your thinking is wrong, your attitude would be wrong. Behavior would be wrong. Feelings would be wrong. And real action would be wrong. It's your Gangotri. From where the Ganga originates. Am I right, sir? If you're trying to purify the Ganga at Haridwar or Allahabad, it makes no sense. Because Ganga is polluted at Gangotri itself. The flow which is coming to Haridwar and Varanasi is polluted. So right now, think where you want to work. At Haridwar or Varanasi? No. I would say work at your Gangotri. Work from where Ganga originates. Work from your thinking. This is the main source of all activities, everything happening to your life, entire thinking process. Now what is a paradigm? A paradigm is something the way we look at the things. We understand things. We perceive things. And we interpret things. The same thing can be viewed by different people differently. Do you agree with me? Yes or no? Yes. We tend to see the things from our own glasses. Any event, anything, any happening, any person, we tend to look at through our own glasses. This is our frame of reference. This is our paradigm. Let me illustrate the same. Okay. Those who have seen it, please do not discuss it. I'll request personally. Is it clear to you? Visible to you all? Yeah. Okay. What is this, ma'am?
Lady.
A lady. Okay. Lady's face with a fur coat. Lady's face with a fur coat. That's fine. Thanks.
Well, I see two things. It's a lady and also a man, an old man.
A lady and an old man. That's very fine. Yes, gentlemen.
A young lady.
A young lady. That's fine. A lady. Lady. A lady. What this picture is all about, sir? A lady. Differently. Somebody is trying to find a fur coat in that, somebody is trying to find a lady, some young lady, some old lady, and someone with two ladies. What exactly is happening here? We are viewing the situation through our own glasses, through our own understanding, through our own interpretation. And this interpretation or understanding comes from your conditioning process. I would say everybody is right, nobody is wrong. All the answers, all the replies are quite correct, absolutely. Nobody is wrong. Because you are looking yourself in the picture. The color which is coming to you is through your own glasses. The filter is your mind. So this photograph is filtering through your mind and telling you what exactly it is. And the conditioning process is responsible for this kind of paradigms or mental maps or thinking. What is conditioning, my dear? Anybody?
It's the samskaras that you have.
Some?
It's the samskaras that you have.
Okay. Anybody else?
One's own perception of the situation.
Okay, that's fine. Let me illustrate the conditioning also. There are some people from South India here. Okay. I've been to South Indian temples. You must have seen there the baby elephants tied on the hind leg with a very strong rope and strong anchor. Now this baby elephant is very restive. Is trying to get away from the rope and anchor. But rope and anchor is too strong. It's tugging, pulling, tugging, pulling, tugging, pulling. It cannot get away from that rope or anchor. So after a few weeks, it's reconciled to the fact, whatever I do, I cannot get away from this rope. And when this elephant, baby elephant, grows up, becomes adult, it is tied with a weak rope and a weak anchor. The elephant which can move the wooden logs with its trunk, so much power, it can get away from the anchor in one push. But it looks back that my hind leg is tied, it doesn't try. It does not try. Its mind is conditioned. Mind is programmed in such a way that whatever I try to do, nothing is going to get me away from this rope. This is one instance of conditioning or programming of the mind. And my friends, your minds have been programmed since your childhood. All the teachings which have come to you through your mother, father, mentors, teachers, guides, neighbors, friends, peers, subordinates, bosses, they condition your mind. And continuously they are conditioning your mind. Continuously they are programming your mind. And what you are watching here is through that filter. If one conditioning of baby elephant tells it that not to try when it becomes adult, then you have been conditioned thousands of times to it. So how many complications are there in the mind? A lot many. That's why we are looking at the picture differently. That's one reason I would say there is nothing wrong with your attitude, nothing wrong with your behavior, everything is all right. If something is wrong somewhere, that is with your paradigms. It is with your mental maps. It is your thinking patterns. If you really want to work, if you really want to have a quantum leap in your life, not the average success in life, then do not work on attitude. Do not work on behavior. Work on your mental maps. Work on your paradigms. That is going to solve all the problems. Essentially speaking, I am talking about success. More than success, I am talking about happiness in the life. All such kind of sessions which take place anywhere in the world, they speak about success. In essential, it's happiness. You are seeking success to seek the happiness. Is it necessary if you succeed, it will get you the happiness? Success is a product of happiness, while happiness is not a product of success. Success may bring you tragedies also. I'll give you detail later on. So, question is, why do we fail? Why do we fail? We fail because we have got incomplete, partial, or perhaps erroneous paradigms, the thinking models. When we have the doubt, when we have dilemmas in the mind, we fail. This is essential to examine your paradigms from time to time if really we want to succeed in the life. These dilemmas, 6 of them I'd like to show to you right now, which dog us every day. They are the challenge in today's life, either at personal level or at professional level. The dilemma number 1, how to create a balance between personal and professional life. If you emphasize more on personal life, your professional life goes haywire. If you spend more hours in your job or in the office, your personal life is over. If you come every day late, then your spouses will be very angry with you. Am I right? Yes or no? Then she will say or he will say, you've got a family here also. If all the time you're working in the office, how about the home? And if all the time you are looking after home and neglecting the office, what will happen? The boss will say, door is open, dear, you can go out. So how to create that balance? The delicate balance between the personal and professional life is a dilemma. Real dilemma. It's dogginess. Dilemma number 2. That financially we are well off, and despite that, there is no peace. Mentally, we have no peace. There are a lot of things which are haunting us. Now, to create the success and to create the happiness, this is a dilemma. How to overcome that? Third, most of the organizations these days all over the world, and I have asked this question to all the leaders, whether you have the people working for you who have got far more capacities, potentials, talents, which have been put to the test. And answer is yes. Everybody comes with the same reply, yes, the people working under us have got far more potential, far more capacities, far more potentials and latent capacities, ingenious capacities, intelligences, energies, which can be put to the test, but not being utilized. And that causes a dissatisfaction in the mind. When your talents are not used, and you feel that you have the potential and energies and intelligences which are not put to the test, what will happen? Frustrations, dissatisfactions. But this answer is uniform all over the world. Yes, our people have got much more capacity, much more potential, much more intelligence and energy levels which have been used here. Now this is a dilemma. How to put or how to use those energies at the work. Is it possible? How can we do it? Let's come to that point. Dilemma number 4. How to create security amid rapid change. The world is changing pretty fast. Things are getting unpredictable. It's difficult to get a handle on the future. Now, can you provide the security to your employees when things are so unpredictable? What kind of security you can provide to your people? People are looking for security. They want some kind of stability in the life. And this stability is not there. When stability is not there, people don't give their full potential. They are not 100% productive. And it affects their relationships also. Next dilemma. How to create an atmosphere of trust inside the organization where people operate with a scarcity mentality and hidden agendas. Trust is a big word, one of the biggest words in English language. How can we create trust? Is it possible to create trust? Yes. I'll come to it later on. And last, how to maintain control while delegating some kind of responsibility to the people. You want to have control also, but then you want to have the release also. You want to empower the people, you want to delegate the people, but still you want to control. Now this is a dilemma, either to control or to get the energy released. This is a dilemma. How can we overcome that? I was speaking about paradigms. I say, this is a new way of thinking. This will resolve all the dilemmas. Paradigm, I said, it's a new way of thinking. The way you look at the things. It's your Gangotri. It's a thinking pattern. You heard the name of Ptolemy, Egyptian astrologer? About 10 centuries back, he gave a theory that Earth was in the center of the universe and everything revolved around that. This was his paradigm, and people believed it. They believed for 5 centuries. But about 5 centuries back, and another person came, Copernicus, and said, no, whatever Ptolemy said is wrong. In actuality, the sun is in the middle of universe, and everything else revolves around that. And there was tremendous resistance to this theory, this thinking, this paradigm. He was ridiculed. He was humiliated. It was said that he's trying to fool the people, misguide the people. But later on, people realized, no, Copernicus was right, and Ptolemy was wrong. And this was a paradigm shift in the process. There was one paradigm by Ptolemy, another paradigm by Copernicus. So one paradigm to another paradigm. What do you call it? A paradigm shift. Like after 11th September 2001, there was a paradigm shift in the policy of USA towards India. India was seen in different light before that incident, and after that, there was a shift in the policy of USA towards India. We'll call this as a paradigm shift. Like Abraham Lincoln said many decades back, he gave a new theory for the people, by the people, of the people. And it broke away from the age-old belief or paradigm that ruling is the divine right of kings. And he said, no, people can rule themselves. It broke away from that paradigm. In actuality, it was a paradigm shift. Whatever we think, whatever we feel, may not exactly be the right. A naval ship was cruising at very high speed in the night, and captain was on the deck. He saw a distant light coming to his ship and told his sailor, splash a message that you change the course by 15-degree angle. A message came back, you change the course by 15-degree angle. So this captain was annoyed. He said, flash the message again and say, you change the course by 15-degree angle, I am the captain of naval ship. A cool reply comes, you change the course by 15-degree angle. Now captain is too much annoyed. He says, now send a final message. If you don't change the course by 15-degree angle, I am going to blast you, I am captain of naval ship. A cool message comes back, you change the course by 15-degree, I am a lighthouse. And immediately his thinking changed. What he was thinking, that it's a ship coming towards it. In actuality, it was not a ship. What he could see was a light. And that light was seen in the different light. To the mental filter, what he understood, it was a ship. In actuality, it was a lighthouse. So similarly, such kind of situations do come in our lives, in family, in community, inside the organization, country, when we think we are right, but in actuality, we are wrong. It is necessary that we also look at the things from other person's angle. We consider them. And it may give you a new kind of light, a new kind of thinking. And you may feel, yes, if I'm right, there is a possibility that other person may also be right. It is called the real empathy. Empathy means I put myself in your shoes. Your pain in my heart. I'm not just thinking of myself and my views. I'm thinking of your views. When I spoke about leadership and development and nurturing, I said, do not treat your people like screwdrivers. Take them and take their views into consideration. They are not screwdrivers. They are not just human beings. They are something more than that. But when people at top have this kind of nature, that they will take all kind of decisions and isolate all the people who are working below from that process, it causes a problem. Real problem. Magnetic compass, which you must have used in your schools, colleges. Wherever you keep this compass, it shows towards true north, always. Its needle goes towards true north. And now I am coming to that point. How can we resolve those dilemmas which are stopping us from being succeeded in the life? I am speaking about something changeless. Times will come and times will go. But certain things which guide us, the very fundamentals of the life, will remain forever. That's one reason when I speak on the tools like attitude and communication, I speak very long. Because you never begin from the middle. You always begin from the fundamentals. How can you teach somebody grammar or sentence making before you have taught ABC? It's not possible. So fundamentals to our lives, the principles and values. These principles and values never misguide a person. But there is a subtle difference between principles and values, my friends. We mix up these two terms. The principles are a universal reality. The principles are external reality. And the principles are objective reality. Values are internal reality. And values are subjective reality. Principles don't change from here to there. They are same all for all the time to come. Essentially they are changeless. Values differ from person to person, region to region. And Osama bin Laden may have his own value system. This gentleman may have his own value system. This nice lady may have her own value system, because value systems are subjective. And this subjection is due to your mental models. If your life is based on principles, what will happen? There are four kind of things you can manage. First thing is the change. Things are changing at very rapid pace. Unpredictable. Change management is a big subject these days, taught all over the world, everywhere. How can you manage that change? Technology is changing, people's thinking is changing, demographics are changing, social structure is changing, technologies are changing. What is not changing, sir? What is not changing then? Change. The change itself. It's constant. How can you manage the change? If your lives are based on something changeless, and what is changeless?
The change.
The change. The principles I'm talking, sir. If life is based on that changeless code, you can manage any change. And for that, you need to be fast. You need to be focused. You need to be friendly. And you need to be flexible. I was talking about paradigms. They condition your mind, and it envelops your mind with a kind of rigidity. We don't give any importance to the flexibility. When flexibility is not there, what would happen, sir? It would lead to our demise. I thought if God has blessed me with something, let me pay it back to the society and the community. That's how I can become a better human being, a good human being. only
अपन बोल देगा उसको मैं छोड़
The worst player of the
And maybe if required, you might ask me to take care, then I'll give you the entire feedback. You might surely ask me again.
Let's proceed further. Talking about the values and principles. Values should be in harmony with the principles. If I talk about leadership, the subject would remain incomplete if I don't mention Gandhi. The one person who changed the history, who changed the destiny of millions of people. Some of you may have some disagreements with the Gandhi's philosophy, but my paradigm, my perception is that his philosophy, his thinking is based on true principles, which can do no harm to anyone. One can speak for hours and days and weeks together on Gandhi, but I'll speak about the 7 sins described by Gandhi which to destroy a society. Through these 7 principles or 7 sins, there is a need to examine yourself. It's a self-examination exercise. Where exactly you stand, what exactly you are doing, and what you should do. The sin number 1, wealth without work. Some people are reaping what they are not sown. Everywhere we can see, all over the world. Some people are reaping what they have not sown. Gandhi said that wealth without work can be equated to stealing. He said you must work hard to earn your living. I have a question now. How many people in India do really work hard? How many people inside your organizations do really work hard? Hard workers are always in minority. Always in minority. And there are certain kind of people inside the organization when they say that ABC is working, why we should work, when our paychecks are same, why we should work like a donkey? But my friends, a responsible person is responsible at home and at work. If you are a responsible parent, a mother or father, you are a responsible officer or executive or leader. If you think that you are a very fine parent, very fine father, but a bad worker, it doesn't work. It's not a question of split personality, you are something here and something there. You carry the same mindset from your home to office and office to home. If you are a responsible person, it means you are responsible towards yourself first, then to your community, organization, country, family. Responsibility is a big word. People call me a donkey. Yes, I'm telling the truth. Yeah, Mr. Vohra, you work so hard. Yes, I work so hard. What is that in return? Same paycheck. That's okay. Very fine. They say, why do you study every day up to 2 a.m. in the morning? That's my normal sleeping time. I study up to 2, normally. It's a question of taking the responsibility towards yourself. You learn what you learn. Because whatever you are learning, you are giving it back to the society. And whatever I have earned, I have earned hard way. A new vice president joined a company, and the outgoing president gave him a piece of advice. He said, whenever you find yourself in trouble, or your company is in trouble, I will give you 2 envelopes, Mark A and Mark B. You must have heard it before also. So if you think you can't find the solution to your problem, open the envelope number A or 1. You'll find the solution. And second time it happens, you open second envelope. So after a few months, a problem came. The man was distressed. Then came to the mind, yes, there are 2 envelopes. Opened the drawer, took out the number 1 envelope, tore it, and there was a piece of paper. What was written on that? Blame it on your predecessor. Whatever has happened, the problem which has arrived, blame it on your predecessor, the person who has gone. So problem is solved. But within few days or other weeks, a problem again cropped up. Again came to the mind, second envelope is still there. First envelope had a solution, second will be having a solution. Tore it, there was a piece of paper in that, and what was written on that? Prepare 2 such envelopes for your successor. If this is the sense of responsibility, then think what kind of leaders you are, what kind of workers you are. Responsibility is a very big word, huge word. If India is backward economically, it's just because we have a laid-back attitude. Complacence is there. We don't want to work hard. Why it happens? I said, some of the countries have progressed very fast. They are prosperous. Infrastructure is good. Just because they are very high in character also. And character teaches you to be responsible. And when you ridicule the people with hard work and tell them donkeys, it really hurts. But when I come here and speak at various forums to youngsters or students or top-sector people like you, then I feel it's good to be a donkey. Because there is some value in being a donkey. Can you agree? So I'm happy with it. I'm working hard, I'll work hard, and work hard till I breathe my last. That's my motto. And give back to the society as much as possible. In tangible terms, in real terms. Please earn whatever you can with work, not without work. Second sin, the pleasure without conscience. A very difficult one. When a child is born, we derive great pleasure. It's a delight for all people. When we go to some rivers, take bath there, it's a great pleasure. When you speak to nice and beautiful people, it's a great pleasure. But if pleasure is at the cost of something, then it's real pain. There's one experience, a real thing happening in the world which pains me a lot. just recollect your memories. In some of the Gulf countries, camel races used to take place. And very young children, 3-year-old, 4-year-old, and 5-year-old, were tied on top of the camels. And when camels were running, the children were screaming, and those screams made the camels run faster. People enjoyed those races, but in that process, those small toddlers, small children, got mentally and physically crippled. Is this the kind of pleasure you are deriving here? The cost, the pleasure without conscience. Do you agree with such brutalities? Yes, no?
No.
Are we living in the Middle Ages? How come every time we behave with animal instincts? People say we have grown technologically and this and that, but whether psychologically also we have grown? I don't think so. Well, they can pay a few bucks here and there. When womanhood is exploited and people derive pleasure out of that, what do you call it? I call such people as parasites, a burden on the society. Why womanhood should be exploited by someone? It happens everywhere, in all countries, in developed nations also, in the name of another. And then they say we are pretty advanced. But this is a blot on society. It shows we have not grown. Psychologically, we have not grown. We are saved. And Gandhi was greatly pained by these incidents, such kind of things. That's why this is the second sin described by Gandhi. My friends, whatever I am presenting to you, you know everything. Don't you know how Ravan was killed? You know everything. Then why you watch it again and again? Why you read it again and again? Because it has got an eternal value. It needs to be repeated time and again. What Bible says, what Quran says, what Ramayana and Gita says, what Guru Granth Sahib says, it's all one thing. All good thing. Why people read it again and again and again? It has got an eternal value. And what I am speaking is the same thing which you already know. There is nothing which I have spoken you don't know. But good things needs to be reminded time. And I am here to remind you again that these are the things, please do not forget. They are the essence of life. They are fundamentals of life. Do not forget that. When you are channelizing your energies, please think that these are the fundamentals and you don't deviate from them.
Thinking. Approach.
I think, is there coordination among the members as far as the answers are concerned? Yeah. That's why I'm going to only one member or table. Yeah.
Upbringing, conditioning,
Okay. Values. How you perceive. Okay. That's great. Good answer. Surroundings. Atmosphere. Yes. Peace of mind. That's great. Truthfulness. Okay. Religion. Principles. Okay. Somebody here? On this beautiful table?
Strong belief I can do it always.
Can do it. That's very good.
Strength emanating from following the laws of nature.
That's great. But I saw some of the leaflets here, somebody has written the word education. Education. Who has written this word? I saw somebody has written the word. You have? There are essentially 3 E's which shape our attitude. The experience of teaching by parents, teachers, mentors, guides, friends, peers. They have a lasting impact on the tender minds. Whatever gets into the mind gets imprinted here. The mind is like a hard disk. Like you put something. आप कौन सी फॉर्म में काम करते हैं? केरम करते हो. How do you find the work atmosphere? Well, very friendly. There are avenues for growth. There are बहुत precious words. I always want to take it out from my dictionary, but everything is okay, but everything is fine, but it happens everywhere. Yes. Yes. You can help.
But if they don't want to change, it's very
It's their life.
It's very
You improve your life.
no.
You work on your life. You become a winner. Let them be a loser.
No, but as a manager, you have to also mold other people.
Yes.
That's where knowledge is very easy. You can always skills, training can be done for that to improve your knowledge. But attitude, changing of an attitude is always a two-way street. It's not. It's just that one person can change someone's attitude.
That's a challenge. That's the real challenge. We human beings are so diverse in the nature that it's always a challenge for human beings to tackle it. All over the world it's a problem. But the people who can channelize the energies, mobilize the energies in more positive way, they succeed. And it depends how you take on the challenge. If you're true to you, you can take on the challenge. You can succeed. Despite all the storms, all the pressures. Now, not many people meet me and they look at my attitude. They say, a common refrain is there, timing. Timing. There is no time. There is no time. I said, my responsibility is the same. I go to office. I take care of my family. My responsibilities are identical to your responsibilities. Despite that, I am taking my time off to study. If you have some passion in the life, if you want to do something good in the life, it clearly means that you have to go out of it. You have to look beyond. Not everybody can go to sleep at 2. I'm sacrificing some of my sleep for the sake of gaining something. But are all people ready to pay that price? Then who will succeed? The one who will pay the price. क्योंकि अगर आप सारे स्पीकर बन जाओगे तो मेरी नौकरी कितने पड़ जाएगी ना? If all you become speakers, a nice speakers, तो फिर मुझे रिजाइन करना पड़ेगा. मेरा कहने का मतलब ये था, सब मजाक में है. लेकिन आप जिस फील्ड में भी जाना चाहें जिंदगी में, उसमें create a passion there. These are the hurdles, these are the obstacles, these are the storms, these are the pressures. You have to overcome them. I am here, not so easily. There are storms, there are pressures, there are responsibilities. My daughter is in Pune. She every day phones me up. Today I have missed her call. She's in a medical college there. But who's more important to me this time? So somewhere sacrifice is required. I give you answer. To memorize these numbers in 2 minutes flat, we'll do it. I'll give you 2 minutes flat. 10 numbers in one line. Then I multiply your question.
What is the question? Memorize these numbers and numbers.
I say 1313 decades back, in the year 1869, 1869, month 10 October, date 02, Mahatma Gandhi was born. 54 years back, 1947, August 15, India was liberated. 03 years later, Independence Day, 1950, month Jan 26, India became Republic. 30 decades back, 1869, 10/02, Mahatma Gandhi was born. Looking a bit easier now? Looking a bit easier now? It just happens when we fail to apply ourselves, things become difficult. Why things become difficult in the life? Are you married? You're not married. Sir? When a wife looks good, will you appreciate it? I try to compare with the outside. Oh my God. How about you? तारीफ करते हैं कभी आप अच्छा खाना खाते हैं नहीं करते शादी हो गई तारीफ करते हैं तो बनाने की नहीं करते आपके यहाँ they appreciate ये तो मौका है Appreciation is a big tool in the communication. Appreciation is like an insurance policy. You should keep renewing it morning and evening. I tell you, it's a big tool. If something good has been done by somebody, you appreciate it. I do in my office. If my subordinate or my peer is doing a good job, immediately I give the appreciation. Good work, nice. But on the table, on the cover of the magazine was a picture of the word map. He tore the word map, tore it into pieces, and gave it to his son. He said, son, you put it together, I'll come and play with you. He knew it very well that his son has gone for 4, 5, 6 hours, and by that time he'll complete the job. But within 5 minutes, his son came back. Dad, I'm done. But I don't need. Get come. But I want to learn from you if you've done it. And there he saw. He has done it. The son, tell me how it is. Dad, on the other side of the word, there was a picture of a man. What I did, I put the man together, turned it the other way, the word came together. So you put the man together, and word will come together. My friends, it has been a very short meeting with you people, but I think this is a new day for you. This is the January 1 for you. I wish you all a happy birthday because this is the first day of the rest of your life. This is the first day of the rest of your life. And I wish all you good luck. Don't count your days, make your days count. This is Dinesh K Vohra saying goodbye. God bless you. Good night. Thank you very much.